or been on a date. Let's say like for now, like she's never been on either. So okay, so literally never. And like the girl that I covered, I think she was what, like 20, 21, 20, 22. No, she was 24. This girl's a little older than her. Never been in a like relationship. That means we're lacking. There's some incel shit going on here. We'll see what her problem is. What Lord knows what her problems are in this shit. So we're about to see. And she doesn't look bad, but I have a problem here. Well, I'm gonna say I have two problems here, but I'm not gonna go there. Okay, so why the forehead? So this is how you kind of know that she just gets away with everything. Cause why the forehead? What is the soccer shit that I'm seeing right now? Cause she looks okay otherwise. Earrings passable. Um, it's like with her shit, like I'll just get into it because, like, dude, I can't tell you just how soft I am right now. It's ridiculous. Like, my shit feels non-existent right now. So we'll see what her shit's talking about. I can only hope the credentials don't skyrocket for this intro. That's my job. Anything. So let's dive into it.
I am 26 years old and I have never been
Been
in a
fucked. I know.
relationship. So let's talk about it. Let's talk
You never been fucked on a ship. I know.
being the
I can already tell.
designated single person. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Debura and I'm a faith-based
Debura. Don't be like Debura, please. Like that. Everyone knows why. I rather that she doesn't go with that pronunciation there. I'm
content
sorry.
creator, and welcome to today's video where I just want to sit down and I want to address and speak about the single season. Dun dun dun.
What the fuck is a single? What? Dude, we're not even. We're barely in a minute in, dude. Singles? What is a single season? Are we talking about the winter season? Are we talking about the summer season? Are we talking about the about like spring little girl? Like, which single season are you talking about? Cause every season is fucking season. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Just like how I was doing a whole lot of things with my ex every season. So I like to hear an explanation, little girl.
A season that so many of us dread. We do not like this season, and that is to say it lightly. We do our best to pray ourselves out of this season. So I want to share with you my experience with it and share
Let me hear it one more time. Hold on.
this season, and that is to say it lightly. We do our best to pray ourselves out of this season. So I want to share with you my experience with it and share what God has taught me through it and where I am now. I have
Oh man, here we go. So the Christian stuff. I talked about it in the last video. With this whole Christian stuff and Christian mingle people. Um, it's not a good start. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll give her just a bit more, but I'll give her like more of a chance before you even delve into it, because she talks. She gets into freaking scriptures. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm gonna go into it.
never had a boyfriend. I've never been in a relationship. I've not even had like a kindergarten boyfriend where you hold hands for a week and that's like your first relationship.
Dude, where y'all get these terms from? Like, dude, like that's some fucking femcel circle. Like, let's just call them female circles for now. those are mad inside jokes. Like those are lots of meta stuff going on there with the it's like terminology.
I've not even had that. None of it.
I know
Something
you never had that dick in your life. I know. I know.
that has seemed so easy to obtain for other people.
It is easy to obtain because all you gotta do is be like, hey, can I suck some? That's it. Like that's all you gotta do. It's that easy. And he's gonna be like, okay, let me just do this and that. Set up a hotel spot for ourselves. That's it. Like it's that easy. So that's why you get the impression that it's because it is.
Has not been set aside for me so far. And it's been tough, of course. It's been very tough. I am 26 years old now, and if you would have told me when I was 13 that by 26 I would still be single, I don't know what I would have done, but it would have been the end of the world for me, for sure. For me, as somebody who
So not even your 13-year-old self could, at least hypothetically, like believe it. So that kind of just tells you that okay, like what am I doing with my life? 26, never ever been in a life relationship. Little girl, what went through your head when you turned 18? Because when I turned like 18, I want something. Well, I've been wanting something, but that was the age where I was okay. I need to get something. Like I need to get, like a girl to at least spend time with me, type shit. So the fact that you don't, like the fact that you aren't, with that shit, like, it's like, dude, like, honestly, I don't fucking know, like, whatever her hobby is, like, maybe she's a librarian, maybe she's a gardener, maybe she watches freaking Friends on like on freaking Lifetime, like I don't know, like that. That's literally all I'm getting like out of this this like frame right now.
who
So,
grew up without a father and has missed that male
oh man, here we grow without father, huh? We're getting into daddy issues. Like I don't know. We'll see.
validation for my whole life. I really felt like God owed me a boyfriend.
What? Bro, no one owes you a damn thing. What? What are you talking about? God owes me. Little girl, if no one's pulling up, either yo, Dragon Raider's fucked up, or someone, or like you just haven't been putting yourself out there, barely going to freaking Dairy Queen shit, like on that shit, barely seeing a campus in your life type shit, or because like there was only like a few girls that I even crushed on when I was in community college, but that was kind of it. I mean, one I really fallen with the bag on, but I think she was in like a relationship. Anyways, there's a very good chance you'll fall for someone while you're in, college. Even when I was even when I visited the university, dude, a girl tried to look my waist and her freaking tongue at me because I dressed nice. So it can be easy to attract someone just actually look attractive. Um, Like she looks like an accountant type of person, so I can see like her not getting that much interaction in her daily life. But I'm pretty sure she all she need to do is just go to like a club and she's straight. Me personally, but anyways.
Friend in a way, like a partner to kind of fill up that space. I remember when
Well, the club and there's joining clubs and then going to the club, if you know what I mean.
friends would get their first boyfriends or something, I would get so angry because these were the friends that had two parents. Like their life already seemed so complete, and they got to have a boyfriend on top of that. I was like, really? They get to have
So you're jealous though? What is this, y'all? Dude, we dude, like I'm 11 minutes in for like recording and she's already talking about some jealousy. Dude, none of this is a good start. We strip jelly of people having, relations with others, yet we're not trying to improve ourselves. I think there's a Genji's like going on. I think she met Itachi one day, y'all. I don't know about y'all.
Everything, and I get nothing. Like, what's up?
And I
What's
get
up with
nothing.
that? And it's not like I haven't put myself out there. I have tried all the dating apps.
That's not putting yourself out there. That's you being on dating apps. Like, did you go somewhere physical, other than your phone and tapping it and swiping left? Like, because like these online people, man. I'm telling you right the fuck now. Online girls, that fucking entitled, especially to a nigga's money. Not to dick, but to the money and attention and validation. Those are the things that they care about only. It's very inhumane shit right there. Whereas the online dudes with, I mean, if it's not minor little girls, like we all know, it's whatever. It's like in the pants with that one. We all fucking know, and they can't control like the fact that they lack the BBC gene, like the fact that they just have like a little worm down there that they need to satisfy. They just ain't there yet. They haven't gained the BBC yet, so. Oh, sorry, like they haven't gained the achievement of being an actual man yet. There we go. Just to help
go
y'all.
out with friends. I'm not inside of my house all the time, but
You're not having that impression because this whole room took a lot of foreplaying. I'm already seeing, and Grosby, the main one, coming up with like a whole pyramid scheme, a whole ass grand. Grand master plan, like when it comes to like organizing floor spaces, like I already know, girl.
yeah, it's just been something that God has not set aside for me up to this point.
Yo, the blasphemy right now. So how are we gonna blame like the Heavenly Father, but not doing anything for ourselves? Like not really. We're literally playing like like one of them sim games and choosing like the wrong options right now. And she hasn't helped me with that impression.
And in my life right now, where I am right now, I'm okay with that. But for the longest time, I was not. I was not okay with it, all right? Because it's tough being constantly confronted with the fact that you're single, going to family occasions and constantly hearing, oh, how come you don't have a boyfriend yet? What's going on? Like, it makes you feel like there's something wrong with you when you
Well, even your 13 hypothetical self thought there was something wrong with you. Like there's something wrong with this picture. So like the fact that you can believe it for a second just means that yeah, there's something wrong with me.
constantly hear
Think
these questions
think
and
about
even
that.
talking to friends about these things, and you're the one that's single. Like, how come you're still single? What's going on? Are your standards too high? Is it this? Is it that? And also in the church, let's be honest, I feel like the single season is almost looked down upon. It's not normalized enough to a certain extent. It's constantly striving towards marriage, and then you feel complete, and then you're a true part of the church. And I just want to
He's talking about some church. So she's an actual Christian person. Okay. Should I go into it now? Okay. Let me just say this. All churches are concerned about is you and your relationship with God. Like, that's literally it. You take care of you, sure, but it's that primarily. There's the main ones I talking about. Well, they do, but that's not their but that's not their MO truly. That can play a part into it, But basically, like what I'm trying to like get at is that they don't organize like all this like stuff about you meet up with this guy, this girl meet up with this like guy meet up with this girl, having a big event going on, going somewhere, spend time with each other like that. Um, at least as far as I know, if your church does it like good on you. You have a better chance than me with that stuff. But when I was going to like your church for like years like on end, like I was literally getting nowhere. And as far as like the relationship stuff, like my first girlfriend came from another state. Yeah, it was that long distance. Sure, people can was basically count that like as one, but at least I was able to like actually meet her physically, and that made like a whole world of like difference right there. Um, but yeah, I went to like went to bed. I would care about that one. So let me go back a bit, refresh myself.
It's not normalized enough to a certain extent. It's constantly striving towards marriage, and then you feel complete, and then you're a true.
So the thing about marriage is that it's usually the girls that get that handout, like the divorces. Like it's nothing. They have like the slightest issues with the guy, and it's like, oh, I can't stand you. I need the divorce papers. I'm keeping the kids. Like it's like, because they watch down 80th Street all the fucking time. Like, dude. So before you even think about marriage, think about what a guy needs out of a life relationship. Think about your needs too. Make sure you're actually life fulfilled in the exchange there. Before even talking about a marriage, then I would help you talk about babies, plural. Because like most of you little girls out here just ain't ready for like babies, let alone marriage, honestly. So
Part of the church, and I just want to debunk that and say that that is not true. There is a special assignment on us as single people, as much as you might not see that right now. There's a special assignment on it, and I've had to learn.
Well, the special assignment is to not be dry.
That the hard way. I've had to learn that through finally getting male attention in my late teens, because at the beginning, how it started for me growing up in a small town in the Netherlands.
And then like just help her just a bit here too. The other thing is that like once you hit like 40s, 50s, like because like women's egos get mad and inflated when if they happen to like be popular and shit like while they're in like high school. 18 like one I've heard somewhat of a dip if they just don't keep up with those people after during college. I say there's a big hope phase for a good like half of them during college. And then after that, like once they get ran through, right, the modern woman, if you will, that's when they get mad, like not attractive, like popping babies. And then guys are like, man, I don't want to deal with like no dude's babies. Like what the fuck? I'm just gonna slam him and dip out. This guy, I'm just slam and dip out. I'm just slam and dip out. Like that's what they had to like deal with when they reach them further ages. So I don't think she knows about that. So she needs to actually step up and look like a lot more like attractive. Like I don't care if she has to get a freaking BBL, some let's say some meat on her bones because she's looking like Jack Skellington right now. Or get a certain set of skills, if you know what I mean, and actually come off as like attractive here. Because like this, like she looks like a teacher here. I'm not gonna lie. Like not one of them hot ones. Like just those like vanilla cookie cutter ones. I was like a first grader, to be honest. So again, not the hot ones. So again, this is just not a good start.
Dominantly white. Me being one of the only ethnic people in that town, boys were not interested in me. Like, I was used to not getting male
So they're racist. Okay.
attention in some way. But then fast forwarding to my late teens, when that started to change all of a sudden, I kind of chased that to try and get a relationship out of that. And I had to learn the hard way, because it was pain after heartbreak, after just being left in that place of you were not good enough again. I felt like I was never good enough. I was never pretty enough. I was never funny enough to want a relationship. So I was left by myself, and through that, over and over again, God showed me that,
Dude, do we need a freaking God count? Because she mentioned God like 3 or 4 times. Like, little girl, like if you let's calm down with the ultra ego right now, because you think you can just blame God like it's nothing. And mind you, this is her video here has 3.1K likes. So all them people don't think that's an issue. So she has a bit of arrogance going on here, because like I do see that in like girls too, like the subtle arrogance. I can already see it. So she has an inferiority complex, because she also said that she's like jealous of these people having like a lot of relations. Like that's inferiority complex 101 right there. Like I've been saying, not a good start, to say the least.
God's rejection is his protection.
Well, that's Matt coping right
He
there.
had to shut certain doors for me to get to where I am right now, because placing so much weight on another person, that weight of not having had a father figure, that true validation from a father, we can only get that from God. And I was trying to
Okay, I'm about to say something. But she think, yeah, she straight up thinks that. She just said it. Okay, just think of the image of like a heavenly father doesn't really get you anywhere, because like what are you gonna learn life around that? Just stay in line because of him, but not others. It's like, what we doing, little girl? Like, this is getting pretty silly right now. So inferiority complex, but I can already see it. Not wanting to submit to a man, not wanting to like look attractive for men to like actually have them pull up, especially like the right one. So can I see it too? Like, she's gonna be afraid of like looking at the at the right man. No, she's gonna be afraid of like treating. Yeah, she's gonna be afraid of like the right man coming through, because he's gonna expose her ass when she's lacking in a number of aspects. Because I'm already having to like pause like a lot. We're 95 minutes in. Again, not good. Just fuck, man. So yeah, she has a lot to learn. I'll just give it at that for now.
to place that on guys. And God said, no, because if we do that, if I allow you to go...
Did he say that, or did your mind say that? Because whatever's in your head and the Heavenly Father, two completely different things. Like, you haven't ascended yet. Like, you're still on planet Earth right now, so I'm gonna need you to like stay there for a bit longer, please.
Here you're gonna run off and I will never see you again. Let's be honest. And there's a verse in Hosea 2 verse 6, where it mentions...
Wow, man. Dude, I must have the song gun in the beginning, dude, because I saw the whole scripture thing coming a mile away. Wow, dude. Bro. Oh, God, dude. Dude, how many is she gonna even gonna quote? I'm scared to find out now. Because with her doing this stuff, she's gonna straight up be the type of girl to like push religion on her kid. Like I can already see it. Hey, be like, hey Tommy, what did God say in scripture? I can already see it. Why don't you like repent, little boy? Let me tell you something from the cookie jar without my permission. You stole the cookie jar. You need to repent more. Like, okay, I can already see it. She's already on the fast lane to have her little boy just hate her. Because no one wants to deal with that just out the womb. Like, automatically. Again, not everyone. And she wouldn't have to like learn that too. Like again, she needs to learn a whole lot of stuff right now.
I will wall her in. I will block her path with thorn bushes, something along those lines. And
look, they're even
fucking ads. Record this long, dude. Damn.
Find comfort in that fact because it shed a light on what was happening when doors.
Excuse me. So basically like blocking pathways. Like, I'd like to hear what pathways are we talking about though. Are we talking about the path to dick? Like are we talking about the path to the club? Like a path to the path to like a boys and girls club? Like I still need to like know what we're talking about exactly.
We're being closed and it's like, nope, it's not the time. It's not the time. Do not awaken love before it's time.
That sounds like limiting yourself. So how about you close your own doors on yourself, little girl? Well, I got all this validation though. Like the accounts will just flame this nigga. And it says, yeah, oh yeah, he's like wrong. Like this, like slow ass. It's like peanut butter complexion ass nigga. Like stutters all the time. That freaking fronts every incel on the planet. That can't keep track of his thoughts. That lives in his mom's basement. Like they'll just come up with like the most false shit ever. Like the most sugarcoat, like the most offensive stuff, just to defend a girl, like this, and she won't turn she'll just turn like a blind eye to it. Again, like she, even in this frame, she looks like arrogant, like little girl. Like if you don't come on with that same pride right now.
But yeah, it's been tough when everybody around you starts to get their first boyfriends, their first relationships, and you're just kind of left on the side.
And then she's straight talking about some jealousy, dude. You do know jealousy is a 7 deadly sin, right? Envy. So I like how she wants like quote Bible, scriptures and stuff, but she's knee deep in 7 deadly sin. But she don't know anything about that, apparently. Okay.
Guidelines, it feels like. And again, when you go to family occasions and everybody keeps asking you about it and you're like, well, I don't know. It's not like I'm not putting myself out there. I want a boyfriend. I want a relationship.
Where'd you go?
It's just for some reason, somehow, it is not working. And I think over the years, this really made me.
Well, you're looking and working for the non-desperate men, the guys that actually had pussy. So how about you think about your competition with that versus like the virgin losers always trying to get whatever they can get. So how about that? Like actually try someone with the BBC gene and see how far you get with them. By that I mean see if they don't try to go for the next girl after you, because that should tell you something.
Me rely on and kind of as an escape run to my imagination. And
this is not an intro, dude. What is this? Okay, now we're again outside the intro. Okay,
I know
let's
that
see.
maybe sounds really silly, but I think that a lot of us do this before we go to bed. We come up with all these scenarios that include our crush.
No, like that's you, little girl. Like only the desperate virgin ass I never had pussy ass, niggas. Like they're the main ones fantasizing. Freaking Final Fantasy, nigga. Like they should play Final Fantasy while fantasizing. So think about that too.
And just all of these things that are not happening in reality, we play them out in our minds so that somehow we're still kind of getting what we never had, if that makes sense. And I really started to kind of create, it's almost like creating a second reality, and that just sets you up so badly. It sets you up for failure, disappointment from the beginning of time, because that whole world, everything that's happening in your mind and your fantasy, it's not real. That is not reality. In Proverbs 12 verse 11, it says,
Wow, man, like how odd did do we need to account for this too? Like, dude, I don't think anyone's asked for this stuff. So like, that's another issue too. When they like, I know there's a purpose behind it, but dude, like this is it's like me giving someone like a whole spiel, with like a comparing motherfucking anime shit to freaking some less scenarios. Like all day, like every day, like nigga, I don't have to tell you about Sasuke's freaking arc till I tell you that, yeah, like if you fucked up like really hard, and are kind of trying to see a love redemption, no one wants to hear about that shit. They need to find that shit out like on their own, honestly, with like anything, like, and I just help people think generally, without talking about like anime shit. Like I can do that. But apparently, like she can't go with. She literally can't go a whole minute without like quoting like Bible stuff. Like I'm sorry, like you're not talking to like a actual church or like a actual Christian group. Well, I'm not talking to Christian mingle people. You're talking to internet people. So I need you to like. Think about like about that too. A whole lot of internet people are pretty atheists, so yeah, I need the self-awareness to come in at some point.
Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. Instead of focusing,
yeah, how about you? So yeah, with that one, spit for yourself with that one. Because you stay fantasizing about how good love relationships are and why you don't have them. Well, she don't really think about why she don't have them. She's just thinking about, oh yeah, like I need to go on this like big ass movie date with Big John, and like call up Jim to see what he's doing. Like that's her. That's her that's her playing Final Fantasy all day.
on the now, you're running away to a second reality, if you will. And again, I had to learn the hard way that this was only setting me up. It was creating disappointment from the beginning because reality was not like it was in my fantasy at all. And
so yeah, so just so you can step out of the Matrix, step out of Final Fantasy, I need to like know like what kind of guy you're actually into. Because she hasn't gone into any of that. And then think about how you can attract that guy. Because it's easy for y'all to... It's easy for you girls to like do that, but not as easy for us guys to like do that. So, yeah.
Something that I, over time, started to struggle with through that as well was lust. When you constantly kind of awaken love in your mind... Then you're gonna...
Which you girls are much better at that inherently too, because us guys like we do. I'd like look up how much estrogen girls like generate, but I'm willing to bet it's not a whole lot. Like us guys sperm counts, like it can easily get high, especially after like a good meal. And like we can buzz a nut pretty much every day. Some guys can do it better than others. Point being, we're a lot more horny because like my therapist, my ex therapist point out that yeah, like you can, like your girls and stuff are on the inside. Like us guys is just on the outside, and that shit is just rubbing on, like in the pants all the time. I mean, I say that, but like I feel like mine is like non-existent. Like whenever I look at her, so I actually kind of like get the cognitive going for that one. But anyways, point being, you girls give birth every well, y'all have a 9 month period of like pregnancy, so you can't give birth during that. Like you can't collect babies like after that. At least as far as I know, I hope not, but I'm very fucking certain. Us guys, during that 9 month period, we can fuck this bitch, fuck that bitch, fuck this other bitch, fuck that hoe, fuck this hoe, fuck that hoe, fuck this hoe, fuck that hoe, fuck the hoe in Antarctica, and fuck this girl in freaking Australia. Like we can just do whatever. Y'all can't do that, not necessarily, especially during live pregnancy. Again, I'd like look up the estrogen count and see how that works. But again, one time bet y'all don't generate nearly as much as sperm count. And if I really care enough, like I'll just have it like on the screen somewhere. So she needs to learn that too. Honestly, just there's a whole lot of ignorance going on. That's what I'm realizing. Like I had to give a whole tirade for like each pause because of her not knowing shit. But she has all the books though. Like we're a bit too much focused on the academic stuff. Well, not the right academic stuff, but anyways.
I want to look for that in real life as well. The fantasizing, the things in your mind. That's where.
What guy do you want to look for in real life?
Starts. That's where the temptation starts. But if you cut it off at the roots,
what guy is giving you temptation? Like what kind of guy?
If you take certain distractions away, then you kind of won't be able to follow up on it because that seed is not there. The enemy really starts by tempting us. When it comes to sin, we don't just.
Little girl, this ain't an RPG. Like we're not actually playing Final Fantasy. I need you to like put your Switch down. I need you to put your Steam Deck down. Get off of Final Fantasy freaking 16 and 15. And for the actual lonely people, 14. And come back to the reality. Because some enemies like, what is this, Tate now?
A sin. It starts way earlier. It starts with that seed in your mind. So when you guard your mind and when you cut off fantasizing and just being in your mind, for me, that has made one of the biggest differences. Where I am right now, I am content single, and I can confidently say that for the first time in my life, for the first time in my whole 26 years, I'm not looking for it right now, but I'm
looking for dick right now. So she's not looking for dick right now. Okay. When will you? Right? Because like we don't have a time lapse or like a freaking time tail for this stuff, like, because like what it's kind of like what I mentioned earlier, like you will very 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 rarely find like a girl that's an actual straight up like nymphomaniac that just constantly wanted to fuck like on some panty and stocking and shit. Cause like she ain't it if it ain't too obvious, people. I'm still waiting for this to be a good start because we're 7 minutes in. But for the recording, what is this, like 30? 40, fuck! Come on, man. Minimize.
able to be content single because I'm able to live in the now. I'm walking through life right now. I'm walking through life with Jesus. I'm
Without dick, I know.
looking to him. It's been hard. It's been a journey for sure. Because
Not looking at a tip, like not looking at a whole shaft. I know. Well, I think anyone can guess that by now.
something that I kept saying to God and that I really felt was like, yeah, but God, you're not here in the physical. Like, I can't go to the cinema with you. I can't go and go for a walk with you.
So another thing she didn't realize too is that God just lets stuff happen. Like the most control, like unless you really wants to step in, good chance he won't for like people with like Maddie, like egos like her. The only thing he really does is, people can correct me on this, like if they want, basically keeping you like alive, because like how humans work doesn't really make sense. Like at least if you ask me, what's keeping you alive? Yeah, I mean it's just that we have like so much like phenomenal stuff going on. Like we can't straight up like build up a human and have that live. Like there's a process that we need to go through first to actually bring life into the world. Like we can't just create it. Like a guy can't create it like by himself, like on some homunculus shit. Like we're not there yet. I don't think we'll ever get there yet. I mean, human cloning, but I'm not getting like into that. Point being, like we have like the we all know like the exact elements of what us humans are made out of, but we can't just but we can't just use that and create a whole person. Nah, that's not how human works. Yeah, again, so what I'm trying to get at is, okay, hold on, go back.
God, and that I really felt was like, yeah, but God, you're not here in the physical. Like, I can't go to the cinema with you. I can't go and go for a walk with you. I can't do all these date things with you because you're not here in the physical.
And guess what? God would want you to like do that with your fellow men, because kind of made you to be with a guy. So what kind of contradicting ourselves here? I want to like fall in like in line with God, but I feel like I actually have to like be with a guy or like work towards being with a guy. But literally everyone would want you to like work towards being with a guy though. Like I don't see anyone that says, I'm sure your subscribers would want you to like work towards being with a guy. Again, we sit, my main job, if we sit here to actually think about that, your subscribers, everyone on fucking earth, like the Lord, anyone that thinks about you would want you to work towards being attracted towards a guy, get married, have kids, and live a satisfying life, not living a life just by yourself. Because I don't think you know this, but us humans are social creatures, so just being by yourself, like, kind of isn't human. And I saying to like improve that situation for the better, don't sound human to me. Being like brutally like honest. So again, come out of that genjutsu. Stop playing Final Fantasy and let's bring you down to like Earth, because you're on Saturn right now, little girl.
And I've had to learn that God is with me though. Like, why can't I go to the cinema with God? Fine, maybe
You already said he's not physical.
In the physical, it looks like I'm going to the cinema by myself, but just spiritually, God is always with us. And I also had to learn through chasing guys and trying to get that validation from them. It's not.
Oh, it's validation shit. Cause it's the modern bitch, I hate the word validation. in just a regular context. Like it's only told me to like validate files. Like I'm like okay, like I'm good. Like I don't have to do that shit because these modern bitches they stay talking some validation like it's the most important thing. Not getting any dick, not being attracted towards like kind of like I've been saying for like 10 minutes straight now. This whole shit, like just not being like a woman, basically. Because like this is not really woman stuff, right? You know, right here. This is little girl stuff. This is like modern woman selfish bitch stuff. Is a thing. So we should just need to like improve our situation, little girl, and not just rely on, you know, the ethereal so much. Please.
Not about the physical. It's not about that. Getting validation from guys for my appearance.
And it's not about the validation either. Like I need you to get that out of your head too. And just focus on what a guy needs and what you need. Not this other shit.
And physically left me more empty than I could have ever imagined.
Your pussy's empty, bitch.
The emotional and the spiritual is where it's at. So if God is with us spiritually.
Again, relying so much on the ethereal. Like, we need to focus on the physical and the interpersonal. Oh, girl, do you know what that even means? Because there's a whole lot of that not happening right now.
And emotionally, then he's with us. God knows us. He plays
Emotionally, you can get that out of a guy. Who says guys aren't like emotional on some level? It's just that we can control it much better than like a typical woman. Like way the fuck better. So I need you to like, again. So like the same pride and over like reliance on the ethereal. We need to fix that.
Places the desires of our hearts on our hearts. So if you have the desire to have a
Little girl, like I just told you to get off of Final Fantasy. Now I need you to get off of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Or to have marriage.
I know KH2 is like good, but come on.
You can lay that down before him. I know that it's hard.
Lay down for a guy. How about you do that for him for once?
Hard to trust God with our love life in a sense, because to me that was like,
how about you start trusting a man? How about that?
Yeah, but that might mean that I'll be single forever. But I really had to play sense. I know that it's hard to trust God with our love life in a sense, because to me that was like, yeah, but that might mean that I'll be single forever. But I really...
Well, again, take your own advice, because again, being overly reliant on the spiritual, like that don't get you anywhere. You have to learn at some point how to like deal with men. And again, it's not hard, because like she does come off as like the really like resistant type, because like the same like this straight like Vegeta, like the inferiority complex, the same pride, and just that she also like just having like focus on like ethereal shit, like a whole lot. Just fix this, man, like, and like the best advice I can really give her if I would like talk to her is like just be aware of that and work towards stepping away from that. I actually go out so you don't have to think about that stuff so much.
Really had to place
and get off the dating apps.
That on the altar, it's like Abraham placing his son on the altar.
Oh my
really
God.
God with this thing that even though I want to hold on to it so tightly and I don't want to let this go, God says, just give it to me. You can trust him. He loves you so much. He knows you. He knows that you want to get married. He knows that you want a partner. But
so work towards that. At this point, you're letting everyone down, all because you want to like. So she's staying like she's trying to stay like in line with like God, but she's not doing it the right. She's doing even that the wrong way. Because like, what part of that makes you work towards being like, you know, like submissive to like a guy? And she has a stable living, so she can give a guy like, you know, a good place to like stay, so he can work and actually become like the man she would want him to be. So like, I'm not sure if she has like a job, but she has a good living space, and she can work. She can focus on like providing that for someone, so they can work.
You're torturing yourself through a season. You're wasting a whole season of your life by holding on to this thing. So
Yeah, just like how you are with that whole last 26 years of no love relationship, 0 dates. Yeah, I need to fix that ASAP.
so tightly that you can't see the beautiful things that God is doing within the single season. Something that God revealed to me and I want to
Dude.
encourage you with is that the single season is one of those seasons in life that by the grace of God, once we get married,
Oh
is
my
never
God,
gonna come
dude.
around again.
Hey there, welcome to Voice Act.
Oh my dude, like we said God so many times before the ad came up. That's ridiculous.
That's it. You're not going to have this much free time ever again, because from then on, again, by the grace of God, you will have a partner to share your time and your space with. Maybe you
But you haven't.
will have kids. From then
But you haven't.
on, your time won't be your time anymore. If there is a time
So work on that ASAP
to be
while you have time.
selfish, so to say,
Yeah, but you are being selfish because no part of this like comes off as like you working towards being selfless for another guy. And certainly she'll have difficulties working like on that too, because I don't have any like iota that of her having like a good idea of like what that's like being selfless towards someone. And what I mean is, okay, like I'll just focus on doing this, doing that, doing this, you know, doing that for you, and like I'll just keep playing it forward like like ahead of time. Like I'm not getting any of that from her. Like her being actually on top of everything, just like how like I need to be on top of her for once. So I was like, I'm struggling to see the silver lining from her end right now, and we still haven't talked about like, dude, we're about halfway through the video, barely coming up on 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure I'm at like an hour now. Still didn't talk about what guys you would want to like, you know, attract or like be with. I can assume, you know, it's someone that wants to also be a Christian too, which, okay, like that's fine. But it's like, what is his character though? What do you find acceptable from his character? Because like, there's all types of guys out there. You still need to like look into actually what guys you'll go through, because like that's a big pitfall too. Girls these days really don't know what a guy goes through, let alone look into like male issues, and that's part of the thing for this channel too. I actually provide that information.
it is now. Like, you can do with your time what you want to do. You can spend as much time with God as you want to. If you want to go and do this today, you do this. If you want to go and watch this show, you watch this show. You don't have to run it by anybody else. And I think that that's where...
Which, by the way, like you know, like it's pretty much like I said, you should start being to like other media. So get NOS checks.
I finally started to see the beauty in it is that this is a once-in-a-lifetime season. It only comes around once. Once we get married, it's over. That's it. It's not one of those seasons that comes around and around. By the grace of God, of course, but that's it.
Oh my God. Does she let her go to church every darn Sunday? Like every Sunday? And that's like how if that's true, how much do y'all want to bet that she just talks to girls over there and no guys? Because from this other person, like I've heard that being like a thing, just straying away from like men all the time. She hasn't talked about her. She hasn't mentioned a word, or even like a implied that she actually talked to a guy. Period. Because like, okay, what's a guy say about, like about you? So it sounds like she's afraid of like, any sort of like judgment.
It's a once in a lifetime season, so why are we wasting this special season constantly praying and wishing that we were out of it? Everything that you're looking for in a partner right now is found in God, and God.
No, it's not. It's found in what you're interested in, because everyone has their own interests. Not a guy can't be. What the hell am I seeing flashing? A guy can't be a deity. You're talking about what you want from a deity. What do you want from a man? And we're talking about the monolithic figure, or a monotheistic theater figure. I'm really screwing up. Like I'm sorry, y'all. We're talking about the just one heavy figure. That you're just seeing so much validation from, opposed to like, what do you want from a mortal man? So yeah, again, like, don't focus so much on the ethereal, like the freaking spiritual, like the other realm. You have to focus on like the present, please. The present earth, please.
God isn't on the other side of the world. He isn't someone
Like, are you a nun? Like, this is getting like into some nun like territory. She weren't okay. So she's weren't towards being like a nun, like, not being like a freaking woman. Like, there's a major there's a major difference there.
you have to go on dating apps first to meet. He's with you.
And then you're
already.
on dating apps. You're talking about God? I'm waiting for this to make sense, people. I'm sorry.
He is with you right now. He won't leave you on red. You won't have to worry. Is he going to text me back? Is he not going to text me back? Like, what's going on? All this anxiety. God.
Well, he lets stuff happen. Very, very generally. Again, the ignorance is just talking constantly, people. Oh my lord.
God is with you. He's chasing.
Okay,
He's
what else is your
chasing
point?
His pursuit.
What is your
for you
point?
is so intense because he loves you so much.
What is your
Every time I start
point?
to meditate on these things, it's like a light bulb goes on. You finally.
What do
realize
you
that when
want?
meditating on these kind of things, we mean letting it run in your head. God loves me. God loves me. His pursuit for me is so intense. I am.
But who loves you though? That's in reality. That's in the physical. Who?
I am chosen.
I'm still
He's
waiting.
chosen me. God won't leave me on red.
What God
won't
would-
leave me in a
hold up.
place where I wasn't good enough yet again.
What God will choose you?
He loves you so much.
Who loves you so much besides your freaking family? Who? I'm waiting. I'm playing like a major waiting game, little girl.
So I pray that you will get that revelation as well, because that's where I got so much freedom, just knowing that I am enough as
Just knowing that you're by yourself, we already got that.
I am right now. And then you start to
Like right now, you're by yourself. We know.
see your worth. You are a son or a daughter of the King, the creator of the universe. He
What else don't we know?
made everything that we see. Once you start to walk
Yo,
in that
man,
truth,
I'm so tempted to skip
you
this
won't
stuff.
settle for second best. When it
Like what? Oh my god, skip this, dude, because there's nothing news about this. Okay, you can speak it to. It is like a know your worth segment. I mean, if you really need to like know your worth, then we can talk about that. But what if you're, not like a lot religious? Like, what if you're a straight up like atheist? Like, you just hate a lot of religion. Like, what we do then? Like, what do you believe in then? And kind of like I said in the last video too, freaking, you don't have to be on some nun shit. You can be flexible with it until you're not dry like anymore, until you actually get with someone. It don't work on like facing that like as you go on. Again, I'm still waiting for this to make sense. Like, oh my god, dude,
You'll
this is so
probably
bad.
be like me, where it's like, well, it's somebody that likes me, so all of these red flags, I will look past them because they like me. That's what I did. There's one guy in particular. He was a walking.
Hold on. Now we're getting into some guy stuff. Hold on. Like, I'll just give it like a few minutes before wrapping up the this recording.
Somebody comes on my path. I don't know. Then
So someone comes on your what? Hold on. I mean, go back a bit more.
he likes me. That's all I need to know. So because of my past, because of never.
What about your
not
past?
able
Hold
to-
up.
when
I
it
missed
came
something.
To me being on dating apps and going out, everything.
I hope she's not gonna say like the Lord wants her to be on dating apps, because we got messages mixed up there.
That we see. Once you start to walk in that truth, you won't settle for second best.
What is that truth?
When it came to me being on dating apps and going on
Again, we're fucking up because we're talking about some dating apps, like being on dating apps. People, I dropped dating apps straight up like 2 years ago. Let's just say like several months ago, like at least several months ago, because I had the epiphany, the realization that like these online girls just straight up just ain't shit. They're actually fucking worthless. Like, not to sound like I'm also like y'all gonna be shit, but they are very fucking worthless. If we're being fucking honest. So it don't sound like she actually knows anything about that, because it sounds like she still is on dating apps. I hope she says that she dropped them.
dates with guys. I remember one of my friends would ask
Now, when you say dates, like, are you talking about just long distance or actual local dating? Like, I kind of gotta know.
actually like this guy, and I was not able to answer that question.
What kind of guy though?
Because to me it was like, well, they like me, that's enough, which is really sad, and it almost sounds desperate. But because of my past, because of never being desirable and wanted, I finally had
What happened in your past? Like, now we need the backstory.
attention. So did I really like this guy? I don't know. Like, it's a guy and he likes me. That's all I need to know. But where I am right now, since I've started to see my worth and I can walk in that truth of who God has called me to be, who He's created me to be, I can really intentionally think about it when I do feel ready to start dating again, or when somebody comes on my path, I don't know, then I'll be able to.
How about when someone comes on your on your face? Like, how about that? Like, on the big forehead? Like, how about that? Like,
think like, do
God,
I actually
man,
like
my
this guy?
shit.
Does this guy have Jesus at the center of his life? And then do we
okay, kind of like, as I guess, okay, what's his character though?
get along? Like, is there a connection?
Like, what do you actually, like him about him? Like, what's your soul wavelength? Like, cause your soul wavelength ain't gonna be, matching with like every Christian on the planet. Cause some, let's say, are more dickhead than others. So yeah.
Here, then you can actually start to think properly again. It gives so much clarity when you have a firm foundation, when you know who you are. Because when you don't know who you are, you'll probably be like me, where it's like, well, it's somebody that likes me, so all of these red flags, I will look past them because they like me. That's what I did. There's one guy in particular. He was a walking red flag. He was not just one red flag. He
Okay.
was 10 walking red flags. But I looked past them all
Okay.
because I was like, yeah, but this guy likes me.
Wait, you look past the red flags? Okay. Does he have a car? Does he have a job? And does he own own a place? Does he have house? Like does he have any like all that shit? Because those should be your primary, like red flags. And then how does he treat you? Like that should be like another one. So, are we talking about like a hood nigga? Is that where we're going? Where we're going? Like little girl, because like us freaking black girls love us guys with the BBC gene. So, was he a hood nigga? Did he play his? I hope it's not. Did he? Did he play his like rap music on like Max while doing like a drive by? Is that who we're talking about?
So I don't know if I really like him, but it's good enough for me. How sad is that? And maybe
Go back, what?
But I looked past them all because I was like, yeah, but this guy likes me. So I don't know if I really like him, but it's good enough for me. How sad is that? And maybe when you hear me
That does
saying
sound
that I've
sad.
had certain attention from guys, maybe you're like, well, at least you're getting attention from guys.
Okay, like will you look past like a guy's like negative traits? Cause yeah, like I really do think she should find a yin and yang. Um, unless the pros like outweigh a lot of the cons, at least very decently and objectively. But when you look past a guy if he plays like all nut if you bug all day, like I know now.
Guys, I've never even had that. Listen, if I could go back in time and undo all the damage I've done by entertaining these guys, I would. It was not worth it. It was not worth it, and it pains my heart that I had to go through what I went through to find that out. I said this in videos before. I really believe that God's heart broke watching me do all these things and running around after this attention.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's breaking now doing this video. And okay, like this is like 1 year ago, but very good chance, like especially after seeing like all this stuff, very good chance that sorry, her situation hasn't changed like at all, like in the slightest. Because I haven't heard where she meet this guy anyway, like at the actual club, like a guy know that too.
And letting it consume me so much. But God is so good. He's such a good and gracious God that even those things
So this is oh god, this is hurting my head right now, guys. Oh lordy. Oh, I feel so horrible right now, people. I can't tell you just how bad I feel. Holy good. Because what I'm witnessing is someone using God as straight up copium. It's getting that bad, people. It's not that. Right, here we go. Why does bitch look blunt? Okay. Alright, so this is Hot Take Central, y'all. We're actually back with this girl, Debura.
attention from guys. Maybe you're like, well, at least you're getting attention from guys. I've never even had that. Listen, if I could go.
You're getting attention from guys. Dude. I won't be surprised because I don't remember her saying that she went out often. It's the thing. So it will make sense that you wouldn't have much attention because you'll go out once a week or some shit, and that'd be Sunday or something like. No, hold on. Maybe she goes out. I might not be able to like give her like she goes out like 3 times a week for like groceries, cause like yeah sure I feel that she goes out on payday and Sunday, but the other days, yo, there's the fact that she looks skinny. I don't know. Maybe her metabolism isn't overdrive. She might be one of those people that door dashes or like uses Grubhub for her food. Like I can kind of see it. He's Uber for like books and items and shit. Like I wouldn't put it past her that she does that. So yeah, like a person wouldn't look your way, especially work on yourself like that. Um, when you do all that.
Go back in time and undo all the damage I've done by entertaining these guys, I would. It was
Trying to entertain a guy in bed, I know that.
not worth it. It was not worth it, and it pains my heart that I had to go through what I went through to find that out. I said this in videos before. I really believe that
It's paying my heart to even hear this. Like, dude, like this shit's hard to listen to.
God's heart broke watching me do all these things.
So yeah, like she speaks for God a whole lot, and it's like that. Most of the time, that's her only point though. And it's like, how do you really feel about this shit, bitch? Like, how about you get to your own? She does not talk her own feelings. I don't know what she expects a person to do for her when she don't talk about her own feelings. Like, do you know what's going on with you on the inside, bitch? Like, one would be curious.
And running around after this attention and letting it consume me so much. But God is so good. He's such a good and gracious God that even those things, those painful things have been knitted together for good. They have made me who I am right now.
How does that make sense? Like, this, it's like, okay, I can kind of get like a yin and yang angle. Like, you need to go with the bad, but like mental gymnastics people, like it's taking like a whole minute to even make logical sense of this. It's like, oh wow, little girl, jeez, man, maybe that's what God's telling you, and you just ignoring it. I don't know. That might be the case. But you're like, let me study. I'm thinking that.
Now I am where I am right now because of those things as well. They did not go to waste, so praise the Lord. But if I could undo them, then I would. So if you are like, well,
So like this tells you that she's been living with regret. Like she can, maybe if she can better herself, she would. Well, if she made better decision for herself back then, she would. That's regret. It's not good to like live with little girl. I'm not sure if you knew.
I'm not even getting any attention from guys or girls, good. Good. Let God hide you
Now hold on, guys or girls. So are you saying you're bi? I'm kind of curious too.
until it's time. Do not awaken love until it's the right time. And let's stop idolizing relationships and marriage. We can desire relationships and marriage so much that we put it above God even. So therefore, if you would get in a relationship, if God would
Now like that would have been more sound if you got like attention anyway. If you had ways for you to get attention anyway. But from what I'm seeing, it's like no, you don't get attention. Like you need me like maintain like some form of humanity for yourself. Besides, like I said this in like the previous like recording, but like yeah, like you need to like balance yourself out without depending so much on the ethereal. That's been her major issue. Been a major a massive downfall. Like, okay, this video was like 1 year ago, and anything can happen within a year, but part of me wants to bet that she still hasn't gotten any dick, so
Would answer that prayer, then
or a relationship. It's not about to give me a fucking ad, people. Faggots. Alright.
he knows that you will run off with that thing. God wants you, and if that means that it's gonna have to seem like
But what God wants you though? Answer me that.
you're hidden away, then that's what he will have to do to keep you. He wants you. He desires you so much, and he knows us. He knows us.
Is this a church seminar or something? Like we didn't ask for this. The title of the video says, "I'm 26 years old and I never had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a relationship. Never been in a relationship." This isn't called, okay, here's us reading the Bible. It's not called that. So wait, let's get this straight. Like, and like when you bring up like religion this much, people that can rub two brain cells together are gonna think, oh, she's a like religious nut. She's one of them people. She's the type of people that goes up to people's doors telling some boy, like, have you did you know that God loves you? Did you know that in Psalms, like, he joking about that, but she does come off as like that person. She does not have my impression with that. Well, hold on. Even with that example, that means she would actually had to go out. I've not heard her go out much at all in this whole video.
So well, and I think we know ourselves as well, but we try to kind of deny these parts. No, Lord, if you give me a relationship, of course I will honor you, of course I will serve you, when actually deep down we know that we will lose ourselves within this relationship, and he
How do you know that when you've never been in a relationship? Like, are you from your girlfriends? I didn't hear you talk about them. I'm just saying.
loves you too much to give you something that will consume.
So if she's fearful of being in a relationship because she feels like that will lose her place with uh you know you know Lord, with Jesus and God in them. And it's like, well, that you need to just set your foot down and say, okay, honey, like, I need to like go to church like a little more, need to read the book a little more, I need to pray a little more. Like, that's how you don't get consumed by the relationship. Like, you actually had to have control, like chaos control that shit.
Consume you, that will consume you, and that will take his place in your life, because he knows that we are found, we are whole.
And it's like, how about you speak for people like bishops and actual church goers that usually are in a relationship, whether they get it from the church or not. How about you speak for them? Like, then, like, they'll tell you definitely that, okay, yeah, like, I'm not consumed by my relationship, and put Jesus under said thing. Like, that's silly. They will tell you that. So how much do you talk to the churchgoers really? Now I'm skeptical of that.
Within him, another person, a spouse, is never going to be able to fulfill you in the way that God can. There's a saying that says there's a God.
I mean, arguable, but it wouldn't help you if you never been in a love relationship. So let's not be fearful like that.
Shaped hole in every person's heart. You can't fill that hole with another person, because you will put so much pressure on a partner. You will try to get so much validation out of them that only God can.
You put so much pressure on the person? What? So she's supposing that you're gonna put a lot of pressure on the person. You're gonna put like a whole lot of like you're gonna be consumed by a lot of the relationship. Like, what's this fear mongering? Like, what? Like, where does she get this from? Like, I don't. like she got that out of the ether. Apparently, like the wrong ether, because where's your like she's showing like very little autonomy when it comes to this stuff. It really isn't helping her like case. And it's like I know was I mean she looks familiar, but I'm just gonna say she's black. Like other black people are said to like love her, very hard, sure, but again, if you can get that control under control, the more you do that, the better.
Can give. The single season is not a waste away season.
And then she's talking about some single season. What is that? Where do you get that from? Dude, I just feel like she's like surrounded by the wrong type of people because the right type of people would have pointed her shit out. Like, okay, where'd you get this idea from? Jaina told you that? Like the whole, like the whole like single season thing? That don't make sense. Like, fuck season is like all day, every day. Like, what are you talking about? Like they should tell her that. But she don't know.
Season. It's not us being left behind. Being single is a very special assignment. There's certain things that we as single people are able to do now that we won't be able to do when we're married. There's separate
Like fuck other people. Like as being promiscuous, sure. Unless it's like a open love relationship. If you want like a open shit, if you want a open relationship, then do that.
missions for God's kingdom that are attached to these things. And
Like it's against the love religion though. Okay.
one is not better than the other. They're both significant. And for some people, God has allowed them to walk that married life earlier to fulfill certain purposes, and we get to be single for longer. Being single is a gift. Paul says it over and over again. And I know that when you're in it and you feel like you're left behind.
Being single is a gift. Well, I surely the whole lot of guys don't feel that. How how about it's okay? How about like having like a decent love relationship is like a gift, like and a sort of like privilege because us guys aren't like you girls. We can't just like I have like a lot more to say about this, but like we can't just go out, find a girl, and then be like, hey, do you want to date? They're like yes, like that's kind of every guy's, well, a single guy's dream that it's that easy. Whereas with girls, like it's like that. Of course, if like the guy's not in a like open life relationship and actually has someone, then sure, some guys will actually just turn you down, sure. But if that's that's like a 90% chance that something like that won't happen. So I'm just saying there.
And you feel like it's this desolate land, then it's hard to realize these things and it's hard to see this. But I pray again that
How about it's hard for you to realize your own mistakes?
you will get that revelation as well, because being single is special, y'all. It's not for everyone. It's beautiful to be able
Stating the obvious yet again.
to say, you know what, I'm content single and I'm not missing a single thing. This year,
I mean, that's what most girls say, if I'm being honest.
God has really showed me when you put me first.
And she pulls up the freaking God card. Like, saying Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's start with the God cards.
Seek first the kingdom of God. We all know I have that poster there, and it is my verse for this year. When you fully seek God first, He will make sure that you're not lacking a single thing. I'm living in my own.
Whoa, what the? Listen, little girl. You live in a society. He sound like Joker Mark Hamill right now. But listen, when you say and do weird shit, people will see immediately. Yeah, I mean that 100%, 1000%. They may not say it, but they will see it. It's gonna be picked up immediately. So like you would talk about this like God stuff, this like oh yeah your life's gonna be basically fucked up if you pursue a love relationship or in like like relationship right like risk your relationship with God. Well, like it's like people are gonna see that and be like, okay, this is nuts. Like, I already see it in like the recording, and then of course, like I think I saw the comments, and then they're like, oh yeah, like she's right. Like I feel like it right the fuck now. Over 100. Look at this. Over 600 comments. All right, much like my mom's story, if she wanted, I'll get into like the comments more. Like what I might do is like spend like 5 minutes just looking at the comments, and she'll like reduce it in the recording. Yeah, I might do that. So hold up. I was in my first relationship at 29 and married at 30. Dude, what the? There's absolutely nothing wrong with you, dude. What type of shit, dude? That's crazy. You only known the guy for 1 year? I would never recommend that. And then this other person, I'm 33, never had a relationship. Like, let me hear this one more time. Hold up, like that. So she said that God told me nothing's wrong with you. What? We're getting the wrong messages, man. It's like, hold on. Pull this shit back. You have a whole lot of mental issues. Like I'm saying it's like people look. It's not a person can say this in jail. I'm just saying, man. You be like, oh yes, God told me to kill all these people. God told me to like God told me I'll never be worth anything. Like dude, people can just say this shit. Like this is all hearsay at the end of the day. What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna just follow it and just stay in the same predicament all day, every day? Or are you gonna do some shit about it? Like actually. Like dude, this is killing my fucking throat. Hold on. Bro, I'm not supposed to be talking this fucking much. Thank God I got this like big water jug, but okay. It's like dog. Like when I point out like a whole lot of objective like issues with you, and then you tell me, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. There's a whole lot wrong with this. Especially when people usually agree with me soundly. Like it's not just the fans, like it's regular people that just agree with me. That we have like a whole lot of problems. Like you have more problems than you think, little girl.
Own apartment right now, and before I started praying
And I'm not calling you little because of your chest size.
for my apartment, I was like, Lord, how am I going to be able to have my own place? I won't be able to afford something. Everything in London is set up, and probably not even in London, in every city. It's so expensive that only couples are able to afford.
Wait, you live in London? It makes this kind of weirder because like I don't know if they like rose the pay rate over there compared to down here in U.S., but I heard it's expensive as shit up in UK just trying to live there. not sure about like especially London, but I wouldn't be surprised.
where the rent. Only couples are able to do this and this and this. But God said, no, 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 give me your all. Focus on me in this season, and I will take care of that. You won't have to worry about being a single person is worse than being in a couple, and there are certain things that I'm missing. God said, no, you've got me, so I'll make sure that you have.
Real quick, hold on. So it's okay. What about the homeless epidemic? Let me just see. Like, let me just compare and contrast, real quick. So like when it comes to like the homeless population in U.S., we're talking about like 25% homeless. Now UK, let's see it. Okay, it jumps to 16%. So like 16% compared to like for like UK compared to like US. Like what about those people though? Like, that number's like a little bigger than I thought, but what about those people that actually pray every day and hope that they'll like achieve a home even? Those people usually have like mental issues, but they'll still hope that they can get out of that. And it's like bleak as hell. So what about those people? Like can't tell them to like just pray every day and hope to like God that they'll like help them out. Like oh like they need to one be willing to work and two receive a whole lot of help from the real world. And that includes them getting like a job, but they're like I talked to someone about this, but their chances of like getting a job period is really lowered because of them not having a car or like a address that they can give them. Maybe unless it's a homeless shelter, I'm not sure if that hurts their chances too. I wouldn't be surprised. But a vast majority of like homeless people just don't have cars, which is like a major issue. So yeah, just saying there. Well, I'm not even just saying there because she doesn't think about that stuff.
Have everything, and I have the apartment now, despite being
Well, she also don't think about mental issues, but like that'll take us like for her to get through.
single. God said, see, I will take care of that. Everything that I was like,
Well, how about the fact that you're a girl that like won't be surprised everyone if that's pussy power there.
I'm not able to do that because I'm single. God was like, "No, you're with me. You're not single. You are with me. We are together. We're a couple." So
Okay, what about the average guy that actually deals with shit? Like, what about them going through like a whole lot of shit? Like, how do you speak for them and tell them that, and they'll be like, "Girl, I gotta actually work at the very fucking least."
so I've got you. May you see the single season for what it is. It's not an
What is the single season? I still don't get it. What
eerie
is
hell
that?
where it's cold and kill and dark and nobody wants to be there. It's actually a flourishing
Like, and then how long is the single season? She has not defined it at all. So she has major communication issues, man.
field
What is this?
where
Hate seeing ads? Here's how.
Yes, I hate seeing ads. Don't give me them. Oh, fuck. Dude, if I love the single season right the fuck now, why even get any results? Because that came out the fucking rectum one day. She just started using it. Okay, first result, single girl season. Let's talk about that shit. When spring ends and summer starts? What? That makes no sense to me. So that would be, hold on, if I were to think about that, that would be summer begins. That's kind of towards the end of the year. Like, wait a fucking minute. Ain't that like around like May or June? September? Is that September? Spring. Maybe my like how I think about the season wheel is pretty off. Okay, I know autumn comes after summer. No. Hey, whatever. Anyway, so
Much
again, like every season is like the best time for like a relationship. Like I'll stick to that till the day I die. Like spread that message because everyone gets in and out of a relationship every day, quite literally, male and females in general. So don't give me that.
freedom there, and there's so much time you get to spend with God. Enjoy the time with your heavenly Father.
So where's the season when it comes to the Lord? Oh, there is none. Well, there is none when it comes to mortal men as well.
God is real. He's with you. He might not be here in the physical, but he's here spiritually and emotionally, which counts for
Tell me someone I don't know.
so much more. And maybe you are in a place where you are divorced, or you were in a relationship, you're broken up now, and you can feel really alone because you were with someone and now you're by yourself again. Lay it all down before God. Again, God knows.
She wondering why she's single. Like single because you depend too much on the Lord. Like there is such thing, but she again, there's a whole lot of things that she just don't know. It's like how's she going about that? It's not a, it's not good. Like, dude, like, oh my god. Like she ended up being like 48, and then she's gonna be like, oh yeah, like now I got like a relationship, and it was with this really nice churchgoer, or like being around him. But I heard her, she said that she got with freaking a pookie, like she no, well like not got with per se, more like she was talking to someone and started liking him and shit. That was like a pookie, so it's like, dude, our like Dragon Raider is so messed up, man. You don't even have that right.
Knows you. God knows the season that you're in. He hasn't left you. He sees you. Spread it out before
Well, yeah, like God would know that I'm in autumn and it's autumn. Like, I'm not surprised there.
him. Don't hide it, and you can ask him for help. You can let him know, Lord, I'm having a hard time in this season. I'm having a hard time seeing you in this season. I'm having a
How about I'm having a hard time getting dick during the season? Like, I'll give you several answers there.
hard time having faith that you have better for me and that this is being knitted together for good. We can let him know that we need help. He wants to hear from you. He's eagerly
Bro, like, okay, so like, let me just dive just a wee bit more into like the mental gymnastics that people, well, like that girl's like a lumberjack, and we're more likely to see it with these other three girls, well, other two girls after this, but so a girl said this like, I guess weird, like this problematic thing where, well, because like us guys dealing with them, that they very rarely fuck. Like for whatever reason or however it like works, I mean they're just built biologically different. To where I might have explained this before, but I came across this, where like us guys can like just fuck whoever and feel like we, can like fuck whenever too, and have like a need to like do so almost every day. Like that's just how our sperm count and what's it called? I had the freaking chemical like in my head, but okay. Testosterone. There we go. We have that going on. But apparently, for like when it comes to like women and their estrogen and like slow production of like eggs and shit, like that kind of boils down to like them not fucking on the regular, like very rarely fucking, and even need to feel even avoid fucking like like it's something else. I'm sorry, and like they come up with like a whole lot of things to like make sure that is like a thing. With this girl, she's using live religion, which is fucked up in its own sort of way. It's like, dude, like, how are we gonna do that? Like, it's like, just say you don't want to do it. It's not hard to say. Is it really hard? That hard to say, little girl?
Sitting on the edge of his seat, waiting for you to speak to him, waiting for you to come to him, because he knows that everything that
How about you? How about you make a guy come on you? How about that?
you need in this season of your life, that comfort, that reassurance is found with him. He has that for you. You are not left behind. You're not a failure because things did not work out. You are not the scraps that nobody wanted. Not at all. You're special. You are so special, and not everybody's able to carry what the single season has. It's a special assignment.
She keeps talking about season, dude. It's so weird, man.
Just as marriage is a
It
special
doesn't
assignment, again,
matter.
the single season is a once in a lifetime season. Enjoy it. See it for what it
Well, it's not once in a lifetime season because it's for my what I looked up. It happens annually, so it's not once in a lifetime.
is. May you see
But
the
what?
mighty
If it's like once in a lifetime, then that it makes it matter even less.
name. May he do great works through you as the powerhouse, as the child of God that you are. You are so special and you are so loved. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop looking at the relationships that other people have, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the dating seasons. You are on your own lane. God has placed you in your own race. He knows you. He
Okay, but you can be in a better lane though.
knows exactly what you need. And take it from my experience, when you try to force things when it's not the time.
Like I don't know, maybe the eighth lane for the bowling alley is like down and like actually fucked up. Like someone threw like a bomb on that shit. But then you have like lane B, lane B, like lane 9, which is like totally fine. I mean, you need to be on that lane instead of like lane 8. Like I don't even if you ever thought of that.
Time when you try to awaken love when it's not the right time is only going to lead to a bunch of heartbreak, and it just won't do any good. Your kingdom spouse is with God. So God provides things in his perfect timing, and therefore we can't force it. You can't force and pry certain doors open that are not meant to be open yet. And I really pray that you will be able to see the beauty in this season.
Well, no one's forcing anything. Like not really. Like I mean the best decisions that you can to get a relationship. Like that's all that really matters. It's like come on, this ain't rocket science.
And take it from me, I'm happy right now.
Take it from me, dude. You never been in like a relationship. Like, dude, this speaks nothing for guys, especially. But what I think this is all girl rule too, because I'm seeing none but females in her comment section. So won't be surprised. So won't be surprising like at all. Like, by the way, this girl, her like, channel has like over 100,000, 130,000 subs. And it really seems like most of that is like girls. So this part of girl world, it's like, geez, man, this is so struggle.
I've said this before. It is so calming and peaceful to not have this constant, is he texting me? Is he not texting me? What is he thinking about me? Does he like me? Does he not like me? This anxiousness, which shows that I also wasn't going for the right guys, clearly, because the right guys wouldn't have done this. But also,
Well, it sounds like you're not going for the right guys anyway, because you've yet to actually tell me about a good guy. Like I remember you talking about freaking Pookie, talking about freaking Jake, a Jaquan ass nigga. Like, why do be that becomes listening to Little Pump and shit.
let's be honest, it's so nice to be able to go to church or to go to church events and not constantly be on the lookout for somebody. Like, can we be real for a second?
Well, how on all those church events? Like, I'm just asking there, because they don't sound they happen too often.
Going to church being like, ooh, is there gonna be, am I gonna meet my husband today?
That it doesn't work like that. Like, listen, people, I've explained it before when it comes to just meeting people and getting a relationship out of it. When you actually look into it, actually look into it for like a good like month or so, um, like it becomes something that ain't rocket science. Like the very basic thing is that you need to just go out regularly. If you don't have the means to like do that, money wise, there's there's like your answer. Like that's your piece of the puzzle there.
Am I gonna go to this church event? Am I gonna see my husband? I need to look good. It's like, no, actually, I can let myself go in worship. If I wanna be crying ugly, then I don't care if somebody sees. It is so nice to not care about these things and to just have peace, to just be myself with God. And then once a guy comes
However, you're stuck with another man. Like, how's that look for you?
along and we're both running our race at the same pace, my friend Tony explained this.
Yeah, so finally, a guy that she actually has by name. Jeez, Tony. Tony sounded like a regular guy. Like I don't know if you sound like Tony the Tiger, but that's still better than what I'm getting here. Oh, Tony, what are you doing, man? Like point out her like bullshit because this is like egregious.
So well, he was like, we're all running our race and you don't want to have to stop running your race to look back to.
Like if I could pull in Tony right now, I'd be like Tony, what the fuck is she doing? Why is she just talking none but like religious talk? What what made her this way? What made her be like this is who I am? Like when was that moment in her life? I would really would like to know, and would tell her that don't live like that.
A person and put on hold what you're working on, and you also don't want to have to strive to catch up with someone. You want to continue your race with God in your pace, and then when somebody is running their race at the same pace and all of a sudden you look next to you and there's somebody great, but until then.
All right, let me help her out just a little here. I try not to like take like 30 seconds. Uh, I get the fact that okay, like it really would help you too. It would help someone too. Um, if they just having to like do the same thing and have the same goal along with someone, because that is a thing. But say like that doesn't happen. That's not how that works necessarily. You don't have to have that happen, really. Does it help? Yeah, but what would be more ideal is if you just have like an open person, because people can have like the same interests as you and just not be open. Like I'd like learn that the hard way.
And focus on your race, focus on your lane. Stop looking around, focus on what God has called you to do. There are so many special things on the single season. Enjoy it, enjoy your free time, enjoy your time with God, and I really pray that this is.
What if I don't enjoy the single season though? The quote unquote single season. Like most guys don't. Like most modern guys, I had to pull up with.
Been able to give you some insight into that, into how beautiful the single season actually is. I pray that you've been able to take some things out of this, that this has been a blessing to you. May it speak to your spirit. May God stir up your spirit.
Okay, so like this, we're like already at the end. Like get this shit out of my face, man. Okay, so let me just like, dude, I'm sorry, but this is so fucking silly, man. At one point, she was even like, "Yo, take it from me. I'm not taking it from someone that's never been in a fucking relationship." When it comes to relationships, does that not make sense? Like, bro, it just does. So again, 5 minutes, because I don't have all day to like just go through hundreds of comments like that. This reminds me so much of my mom's story. Her entire 20s, she wanted a relationship so bad, but God put her in the path of pursuing her career instead. Okay, what about this? What if God put you on like a certain lane and it's not a good lane? Then He wants you to like come out of it on your own. Like what if then? Like, well, God put me on this lane, so He. I'm very certain that God won't like put you on the same lane as someone for the same purpose and expect you to like do the same thing as those other people. It's like we just need to think about this like a little more, y'all. Again, if we can just rub two or a couple more brain cells together, we should be able to actually think. And that's another. And that's a good reason. Good reason. Well, good reason and another reason why I do this sort of shit. Because people just don't know how to think. So okay, when she turned 30, already well established, she met literally the most perfect guy for her, my dad, yeah, uh, who happened to be the kindest, most caring, and responsible husband to her, and honestly the best father anyone could ever ask for. See, so true love is always worth the wait. So yeah, like these days, like I don't ever like suggest waiting. Actively do stuff like like being well established, like that really helps. Because anything can get fucked up at any point, and it doesn't have to take you until like you're in your 30s, like how a decent percent of people are. But if you can get on the fast lane to actually be established, then I would take it, as long as it didn't like it doesn't fuck you up in any sort of way. I'm not gonna get to like replies. See, let's see, I'm such a pretty girl inside and out. Okay, little girl. Excuse me. But no matter how good I am to whoever it is, I'm still lonely as fuck. Well, that means people like you can't be just pretty and especially just work for you. Put in effort. Be seen. Do shit like you can't be just a gamer all day and expect someone to be in your life like that. I can't like recommend just being on Discord constantly. 'Cause that's like online shit, and I've talked about on almost all the time how online fucks people up. That includes getting like relationships from online. Like I especially hear that being bad over time. Let's see, shit is getting real old. I'm 26 now, and let's see, I've had I have never been like a relationship or been able to experience being in love with someone. It's real sad. Well, that's yeah, like so like that's a personal problem. But what I'll tell you all day, every day is go out. Like, like no part of that comment says that you go out. And I'm talking about going out at the bar or even at the library. Like, find the place that okay, a good start for like introvert person because this person sounds introverted as hell. Uh, actually go to like libraries and ask if they have a club or not because a good amount of them actually do. That's something that I haven't been doing because I've been just trying to like, 'cause I haven't just been like getting like my own shit together. Um, which I just put too much effort into for like very little like results. But anyways, you need to like okay, and then like another good start is what was it? Yeah, like Meetup is actually a pretty good start too. There's also what is the other thing? Oh, I like board game. Like there are actually board game events on Meetup that happen all the time. So that's something you can get on as well, little girl. Miss like Gabrielle. know a Gabby too, and she's kind of in the same like situation. But let's see. I was man, I got married at 30 though. Madness. I'm sorry, but okay, like I'm gonna read this like last comment, and we'll just keep going. What is this? Uh, 33. Never had a relationship. The older I get, the harder it is to keep faith. But I continue to update. 34 now. 34 now. I did graduate from RN school by the grace of God after years of not giving up. Received a grant though. That's how I know God. So I know it was God's will. What on earth? What? Like, how about you kind of like lucked out? Because like a whole lot of players just don't give out. Whatever. Anyways, I tried in the past. I tried in the past, but funds were impossible. But what did you try? Like that's vague. Still single. Keep my eyes on God going to. So like this girl's problem is essentially perpetuating all these other all the other girls' problems, but they're in the same like predicament. And it's like the standards for getting like a relationship are like so like out of whack. Like don't like I can't recommend anyone to like just know someone for like a year and try to get married by the next year. Like yeah, it takes you like a long time to actually know someone and make sure they don't fuck everything up. Like that includes like busting out the freaking gun on you or some shit, or like cheating on you, and you didn't know about it. So, like stuff is risky, and people don't be talking about that. Like I have not, she has not spoken a word about that shit, man. It's like she's never been in a love relationship. It's like and then she don't know what a guy needs. So it's like, come on, little girl. There's like a whole lot of things you don't know about, and you never admit to it. So like that's a whole lot of Deborah's problem. It's just for the recording. Look, that's my hot take. It's hot take central. Make sure to comment. That's all I'm asking, and I'm out.